Well, hello there. My name is Beth Gaff, and I am the Systems Manager, Technology Trainer, and Robotics Instructor here at the Peabody Public Library. First off, I want to thank you for joining me for another journey of our virtual field trips. Today, we're going to be exploring Mount Everest and the surrounding mountains. And I'm changing up our little field trip here just a little bit. I was able to get on Teachers Pay Teachers and get this amazing slideshow of exploring Mount Everest and the mountains, as well as being able to have all the resources that we need right here in this show that we're going to do today. So, I'm going to go through it with you and we're going to kind of go slide by slide by slide. However, I'm going to attach the PDF for you as our field trip. So you'll be able to follow along at the same time, or you can explore it on your own later, but just to kind of give you an idea of how it works. So I have all of my slides here on Google Slides. So I want to welcome you to your virtual field trip. Here's some tips to get us started today. So after we open up Google Slides, we're going to click on the slideshow button on the top right side, which is going to be right here. And this is going to take us into a full page viewing mode, which is perfect for virtual tours. So to get started, you can see how much you know about mountains using the pre-assessment quiz, which is what we're going to do today. Next, they recommend that you check out the first choice board. These links will help you get familiar with the topic so you have a good background. You want to click on the links provided. A video or website will appear on a separate tab. You can view the links in any order, but follow the directions about what to watch when you want to do those type of activities. So this is my first time exploring it as well. So we're going to kind of go along together and kind of figure out this virtual field trip together. Using the next two digital choice boards, you can explore your virtual field trips to famous mountains in the United States and around the world. Some of the field trips are guided videos, others are 360-degree mode, which let you move around while you're viewing a video, and others use Google Earth or Google Street View. The last digital board will take you to the majestic Mount Everest. So, anytime we're ready to get started, we can enjoy our journey and we can start to learn. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and push on our slideshow. And I'm going to hit enter. So we're going to take this little quiz together. So can you name this famous mountain? The Earth's highest above sea level. So, what do we think this is? Mount Everest. Good job if you answered Mount Everest, because that is just a beautiful picture of Mount Everest. What two countries does the Himalaya Mountains border? Think about that. What two countries does the Himalaya Mountains border? Are you ready? China and Nepal. So right about now, you're probably thinking, I need to get a map out and see where those locations are. So this would be a great time to stop this video and get your map out and find where these locations are so you know exactly where we're exploring. Can you name this famous mountain in Asia? So take a look at this picture. Think about it for a second. Can you name this famous mountain in Asia? Let's see what it is. Mount Fuji. Very interesting. So you could also stop the video and Google a little bit about Mount Fuji. That would be a very good lesson all by itself. So what country is it in? Mount Fuji. We just figured that out. That's what this is. What country is it in? Think about it. Are you ready? Japan. So now not only would you be exploring China and Nepal, but you would also be exploring Japan. So yeah, Japan, you can definitely research a little bit more about that. That would be interesting and fun, right? Oh, there we go. Can you name this mountain located in California? So this mountain right here is located in California. Can you name it? Are you ready? El Capitan. El Capitan. I may be saying that incorrectly. El Capitan? I'm not really sure how to pronounce that, but hey, we're learning today, right? But this is what the name of this mountain is that's located in California. So this would be another really great project that you could do outside of what we're doing today. Do you know what national park this mountain is in? So the Al Capitan is how I'm pronouncing it, and please correct me if I'm wrong. Uh, what national park is it located in? Think about it. Do you know? Let's give it let's do it. Okay. Yosemite. Okay. Yosemite National Park. So you could research Yosemite National Park, and it should be telling you all about that mountain. What is the highest mountain in the northeast region of the United States? What is the highest mountain in the northeast region of the United States? So, first off, we would need to know our north, south, east, and west, right? So, a compass would be a really great tool right now. So, north is up, south is down. Depending on which way you're facing, um, you've got east and west, and I'm not that great with it either. But northeast region of the United States, highest mountain. Let's find out. Mount Washington. Did not know that. Do you know what state this mountain is in? So, we just learned that the highest mountain is Mount Washington, and now they want to know, do you know what state this mountain is in? What do you think? Let's find out. New Hampshire. See, I would not have said that. Some people pronounce it New Hampshire. So, the pronunciations may be slightly different. What is the name of the famous mountain with presidents carved in it? Think about it. What is the name of the famous mountain with presidents carved in it? Do you know? Let's find out. Mount Rushmore. So if you answered Mount Rushmore, you would be doing great today, right? But this would be another great topic to explore and take a look into. What state is Mount Rushmore located in? What state is Mount Rushmore located in? Think about it. Do you know? Let's find out. South Dakota. So we're learning a lot about states today, right? States. We're also learning about a bunch of different mountains and regions. That's exciting. So we could even venture and explore a little bit more on some of these locations also, right? How exciting. What is the name of the highest mountain of Africa, which is also a dormant volcano? Dormant meaning that it's not active. It's not explosive. It's dormant. So, what is the name of the highest mountain of Africa, which is also a dormant volcano? It's a beautiful picture. Do you know? Think about it. Let's find out. Mount Kilimanjaro. Mount Kilimanjaro. Very interesting. What country is it in? Think about it. What country is it in? I have no idea. Let's find out. Tanzania. Okay. So we're learning a little bit more about countries outside of the United States now, right? What mountain range is Pikes Peak part of? What mountain range is Pikes Peak part of? This is a gorgeous picture. That would make a really good picture just framed. All right, think about it. Do you know? Let's find out the answer. The Rocky Mountains. They're just beautiful. Look how beautiful the Rocky Mountains are. I just can't believe that. I would want this picture in my house. All right, let's go on. Oops. There we go. What state are the Rocky Mountains in? What state are the Rocky Mountains in? Think about it. Do you know? Let's find out. Colorado. All right. So the Rocky Mountains are located in Colorado. Look how beautiful that is. Now, the toughest question of all. How do you measure a mountain? Have you ever thought about measuring a mountain? How would you measure a mountain? That is a tough question. Let's find out. We got to go to the YouTube. Let's check it out.
Mountains, mountains, mountains. Let's be honest, they're pretty huge. So, how do you measure a mountain? I'm guessing a giant tape measure isn't an option?
Well, there are three main ways that scientists can try to measure a mountain. The first way is the traditional way, in which it uses maths. Yep, you heard me, it's useful after all. Scientists use something called trigonometry, which uses triangles to figure out the height of an object. For example, they put a point at the top of the mountain, at the bottom, and a point next to it to make a triangle. Then, by working out how big the angles are inside the triangle, it means they can work out its height. However, this method is not super accurate. The second way uses global positioning satellites, or GPS for short, like the maps on your phone or sat-navs in cars. And it's one of the most accurate methods. It involves a team of scientists hiking up a mountain carrying a satellite receiver device with them. When they reach the top, a satellite in space can pick up their location. However, although it's very good at figuring out where they are, it's not so great at figuring out how high they are. So the team have to stay in the exact same spots without moving for around several hours for the satellite to collect all the data it needs to figure out their height. But this method takes a long time. It's a bit tricky to measure every mountain this way, which brings us on to Method 3. Photogrammetry. Pretty fancy, eh? It involves flying over a mountain and taking lots and lots of super high quality photographs. These pictures can then be uploaded to a computer, which uses special software to create a 3D model of the mountain. From this, scientists can work out its height. This means that mountains in harder to reach areas can be mapped more easily.
Hold up! Before you think that's the end of it, there's loads of debates on whether mountain measurements can ever be accurate. That's because lots of things can affect them. There's some easy ones like, do you include the snow on top of a mountain in its height? But there's hard ones like, can earthquakes make a mountain shrink? So after all that, we've learned it's really tough work measuring a mountain.
That was super cute. All right, so let's get out of this and go back to our slideshow. Okay. Well, that was very interesting. All right, so this particular one here is taking us into all about mountains. So you could learn a little bit more about mountains and things that we talked about today. So you could learn about what a mountain is, how are mountains made. These all take you to YouTube videos, all about the mountains, the people of Nepal, which we were talking about earlier. Volcanoes, earthquakes, and mountains. What is a fold mountain? Uh, Rock talk, exploring the mountain ranges. So let's just click on this here. Hang on. So it is 23 minutes long. That's going to be a little long for me to do this expanding wise, but for us on the class. However, you have all these links available to you. So you can go on at any point and take a little bit deeper look into some of these items that they're showing us. So I'm going to get out of this and this. All right. So that's one that you could do. This one is taking a virtual field trip touring mountains around the world. So we did see some of these mountains when we were doing our little quiz. Let's see what this one does. All right. So I pushed on the Mount Blanc Europe. And it looks like I can hit explore. Okay. Discover the mountains. Train in the valley. Climb.
Le Mont Blanc est un peu l'archétype de toutes les montagnes du monde.
So this video is going to have us exploring, and it looks like it's just going to be beautiful.
Cette montagne qui est la plus haute d'Europe a un immense versant de neige et de glace avec des piliers qui sont comme autant.
Plus, it's going to have, it looks like it's in another language as well. So, them doing our closed captioning for us is very helpful for those of us that may not speak this language. So, yeah, so this is another way of kind of exploring around. Let's check out Mount Fuji. So, Mount Fuji is in Japan. And it shows you it here. We can explore Street View. Very cool. Okay, this just explains Street View. So there's a lot of things that we can explore just through these links. Let's check out on the next page. So this is a journal. So today on your field trip, you could talk about how we went through the quiz, as well as taking a look at some of those resources that were available to us. And I have made them all available to you. So here on this, if you download the PDF, you should be able to print this page. And you can do the write-ins about where you went on your field trip, what you decided to learn a little bit more about. Because I've given you all the resources available to you, you should be able to get in there and really, really research some really great topics. And then you can kind of venture into what you know about mountains, what I want to know about mountains, and what I have actually learned being a part of this virtual field trip today. And words that you could define. We did not talk about all of these words today, so this is definitely a challenge for you to explore a little bit deeper into the virtual field trip and get your mind going on what these mean and how they apply to mountains and Mount Everest and so forth and so on. All right. Well, I really hope that you enjoyed today's virtual field trip. I'm going to kind of leave it at that and let you go in and explore some of those a little bit more on your own. That last slide that we had, oops, oops. This is actually all about Mount Everest. So if you want to know how tall it is, the Himalaya mountains, let's take a look at pictures from space. That's kind of cool. So this is pictures from space. Nice. But okay, here's a virtual tour that you could go on just exploring Mount Everest by itself. Some of these links I was having problems with earlier, so I'm glad that they are working now. Very cool. Base camp of Mount Everest. So you can sleep at the bottom. So this would be a good one to explore. So I'm going to stop now because if not, I will be here all day exploring Mount Everest and all of the other surrounding mountains and wanting to research them all. And then we wouldn't have many field trips left. So thank you so much for being a part of today's virtual field trip. And I really hope that you find everything you're looking for involving mountains and Mount Everest here in this class. I'm always, always looking forward to feedback and comments, so please leave them as well as new field trip ideas. So until we meet again, happy venturing. Bye.